What's good, y'all? It's your boy Need for Sheed here on another episode of the 345 podcast. I hope you guys have liked every video we have posted. I hope you guys are listening and giving us some good feedback. The 345 podcast. We're back again. It's your boy Need for Sheed, the number four of the 345 podcast. Below it's the three in the 345 podcast. And on the side of me is the five of the 345 podcast. Let the people know what's going on.
What it do?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
We all, you know how it goes, y'all. NFL's been going on. We got college football, the WNBA playoff. Well, let me not say the playoff. The championship is going on right now. If you weren't paying attention, the Aces are up 2-0 right now, so there's a lot going on in sports. The MLB playoffs is here as well, so there's a lot. It's a lot of playoff Is a lot of playoff sports going on right now. The NFL's in the middle of their season. College football is in the middle of their season, and basketball is about to ramp up. And we're about to get into it in that as well. So when that comes around, you guys might be noticing we might start dropping 2 episodes a week. One is one is strictly a football conversation. The other one will be a basketball conversation. So get ready for that. You probably start seeing that a little bit afterward as well. But to start it off, since we still are in the NFL season, we're gonna start off with last week's scores. We're going to talk about some of the games that went on. The Thursday night game, the beat up 49ers actually went into overtime and beat the Rams in LA 26-23. Mac Jones had a magical game. He had a magnificent game, even with one leg. But it's not to say Matthew Stafford had just as an impressive game. It was really one
Yep.
turnover. It was really just one turnover that really caused the game. The Kyron Williams fumble at the end is really the one that caused all the problems. But outside of that, it was a really good game on both sides. Hey, what's going on? Okay. Yeah, it was good on both sides. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Nephew,
Hey.
nephew.
Yeah, there's
Hello,
nephew.
nephew.
For y'all don't know,
Put
my
him on
baby's in
screen.
here. I can't put him on camera. Oh, look, he ain't got no clothes on. So,
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, don't do that.
Dad, I know I love you too, buddy. Mommy finna check. Go with mommy. Oh, I'm gonna bring you on a couple of episodes. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna bring you on a couple of them. All right. I'll see you later, buddy. Sorry, y'all, man. Hey, got kids. We grown out here, got kids. Yeah, it is what it is.
Mhm.
We got kids. He just turned 2, so y'all know what it is. But like I said, the 49ers beat the Rams. Another game, the Patriots went on the road and beat the Bills in Sunday Night Football. Drake
Yep.
May looks like the next coming of the quarterback they wanted. Um, he looks really good right now. Buffalo's defense is still shaky, like it's been the last couple of years. But Drake May went toe to toe with Josh Allen. He didn't throw no touchdowns, but he didn't turn the ball over either. His running backs did
Yeah,
all. Ramondre State turned the ball, fumbling the ball. He
the
got
first half was crazy.
it was crazy.
With
But
turnover. The first half was
I
crazy.
did what he had to do, but at the end of the day, that defense couldn't get a stop when they needed to. Going to
Yeah, he
the
looked pretty good.
you know what? Yeah, no,
They looked pretty good.
good. Shout out to Stephon Diggs' revenge game because that boy went out there and he was
Yep.
killing them. He
Yeah,
made it a
he was
point.
on.
I think he caught every pass. I think he caught every pass that game.
That boy was
Seemed
on.
like it.
He was dogging them. That Tre'Davious White, you're LSU. I love you ever. You pass your prime because that boy's out there cooking you. You pass your prime.
Oh,
Couldn't
nah,
couldn't cover him.
couldn't touch him.
Well, Tre'Davious had 2 ACL tears and something else, so he just ain't got the quickness he had anymore.
He was out there.
Don't look like he just tore his ACL that game.
I was gonna say he just tore his ACL too, and he don't look like it.
Yeah, but Tre'Davious had 2 of them, and I think a
I
kid
mean, well, it's true.
or something else. So that was that. But shout out to the Patriots, Mike Vrabel. It's sad that they had to fire Gerard Mayo. It is what it is. But as soon as Mike Vrabel became available, we all knew Robert Kraft was going back to him. We all kind of sensed that was going to happen. But we don't know nothing else. We know Mike Vrabel can coach a team.
Yeah.
So going overseas, the Vikings beat the Browns in London. Dylan Gabriel got his first start of the season. He didn't look great, but he didn't look horrible either. He looked solid. He just played a C game.
I think for first time, he played well.
Yeah, for the first
Yeah,
game.
I'm gonna be honest. I ain't subscribed to it. Like I was just like it wasn't. Yeah,
But he didn't turn the ball over. He had 2 touchdowns. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he
It was a lot of
didn't mess the game.
dinking and dunking. It's a lot of dinking and dunking, but his arm is not that
which
good.
is expected.
But his arm is not that. He's not a downfield thrower anyway. So a lot of his balls sailed out of bounds. A lot of his ball. So he's not a deep ball thrower anyway. And in that Oregon offense, they don't ask you to push the ball down the field a lot in that Oregon offense. Look at Bo Nix when he was at Oregon. He didn't push the ball down the field that much. Dylan Gabriel was just in that offense. They don't ask you to push it that much. The only one that pushed it was Justin Herbert when he was at Oregon. He was the only one that pushed the ball downfield. But if you see his arm in the NFL, you see why they pushed the ball down the field. Going into the next game, you talking about BTA. The Texans went on the road and beat the Ravens 44-10. No Lamar. Baltimore just ain't got no available players. Everybody hurt. They whole team hurt.
Isn't going back it up right now.
It's crazy that like you might get into a situation where, I mean, I guess if the one person that was out there that bet money that the Chiefs and the Ravens might not make the playoffs is sitting back right now praying. But what is going to be? What was it? Week 5?
Yeah, that's week 5. So we're going into week 6.
Yeah, it's probably so we're basically going into week 6. Like it started to become a numbers game after a while. Like not whether or not y'all clicking, but how many games you got left versus how many other games. Everybody, how far is your gap?
Yeah,
like y'all for whatever reason y'all can't lock the division up. The Chiefs done tried to give y'all the division, and y'all just won't take it.
Yeah, because right now looking at it, the Steelers are the best team in that division. And to be honest, that's not saying a lot because the Steelers offense, because your defense is not playing that well right now. That's the thing.
I expect y'all to have much of a big of a lead too, and y'all done tricked off. Like
I knew
y'all keeping it
I knew that was fool's gold. I wasn't tripping about that. I knew that was fool's gold because I was like, we do this all the time. That's why I don't buy into it until the end of the season. But I was like, during the race, I don't buy into it. The only thing we lost the last 2 games, and I'm gonna get to that on here. Matter of fact, since we're talking about it, we lost this week to the Commanders. The Commanders came on the road, beat us 27-10 in LA. I can't make really no more excuses. Our offensive line sucks because Joe Alt, our best offensive tackle, he's out. Our offensive guard, he's out. Our starting right tackle, he's out. So it's like Justin Herbert has no time in the pocket to throw the ball like at all. And it's the same thing that happened with Cincinnati. It's the same thing that happened with Cincinnati. Joe Burrow got all these weapons, but can't protect them. And even though Chase won the Triple Crown last year, which it was the best, they missed the playoffs because you can't protect nobody and your defense sucked. Ours is the same way. We can't protect Herbert, and our defense is average. We got an average defense. So it's like Jaden Daniels came off, that defensive line pressured him on like 40% of his dropbacks. You get pressured on 40% of your dropbacks, there's only so much you can do as a quarterback. It just
that's true.
And then we just lost our starting running back. Our second one, he's on IR now with a ankle injury, so he's gonna miss the next 4 games. So now we down to our 3rd string running back. So it's like we in a bad problem. The only good thing we have right now is we have a 3-0 division lead. We got a 3-0 division lead. That's the thing. We probably still beat the Raiders later. We probably still beat them, but we might split with the Broncos and the Chiefs later. So that's going to be the problem. We're going to probably beat the Raiders again because everybody beat the Raiders. Speaking of the Raiders, they got dog walked again by Indianapolis. Indiana Jones.
Saw that coming up.
Indiana Jones had a nice day. JT had 3 touchdowns. He didn't carry the ball much. He only had like 60 yards, but he had 3 touchdowns. Danny Dimes, I think he had 2 touchdowns, no picks. Geno needs to go to jail for highway robbery right now because he just robbed the Raiders off that contract because he bad right now.
He brought him in, so I mean, like that's on him.
I mean, he playing terrible though.
He playing bad right now. Now Brock Bowers is hurt, so I understand that's your number 1 target. He hurt, but they look bad.
They do look bad.
They look bad. What's another game that happened? For the people that thought Jackson Dart was gonna go on the road and get his second win, that did not happen. The Saints pulled off their first win of the season, winning 26-14. Jackson Dart played like a rookie. He had 2 touchdowns, but he also had 2 interceptions. So that gonna do it to. I think the Giants had 5 turnovers that game. He had two. He
Yeah,
had
they
two.
ain't look great.
He had
They
two
gonna really
picks
miss
and a fumble. Scatterbo had a fumble, and Slayton, the wide receiver, had a fumble.
They gonna really miss Malik.
Mm-hmm.
On him being out, they gonna really miss him. So I mean,
Yeah.
And they're gonna have to, in a sad way. I mean, I guess you can improve in losing, right? Like you can still have a losing season, but your team looks better. And so for Dayball, they need to look better. I feel like they've looked a little bit better, but
That defense is really good. That defense,
yeah, but he's in a situation where they probably need to lose again this year, get another pick, probably get another receiver, get another somebody else on the line, and then hoping that Malik comes back and try to pair it out. But I'm saying like they need to be bad again, and I don't know if his timeline will allow them to be bad enough to where they need to be.
They either gonna give him one more year, Dayball, one more year because they starting the rookie. So they may give him one more year. That GM need to go. They've been trying to rebuild that offensive line the last 10 years, and they still ain't been able to rebuild it. He can't pick offensive linemen for nothing. He sucks at picking offensive linemen. Like legit.
Okay.
They've been trying to do that for I don't know how long. So we're gonna shout out to the Saints. Shout out to Kellen Moore. You got your first win. Alvin Kamara, you still down there. Cameron Jordan, you still down there. Spencer Rattler doesn't look horrible at all. So right now, it's Spencer Rattler doesn't look horrible at all. He actually looks pretty decent. So with that happening, they still gonna get a quarterback or something next year. I mean, don't get me wrong. He probably buy himself one more year because this quarterback class is not that good coming out this year in the NFL.
That's crazy because the expectation was, hey, we can throw whoever we're gonna throw out there because we're gonna get one of the top guys. And now you look at all of them, you say they're all terrible.
They're all terrible. Ain't nobody standing out at all. So
they try to say last year's was bad. They try to say last year's was bad. And like I can't tell
which one's gonna be worse.
They terrible.
Who last year wasn't that good. The Kenny Pickett year was not good. That year was bad too because all of them on different teams now. Everyone that was drafted that year is on a different team.
I mean, they terrible. Like so, you look at it and you just be like, okay, well, I don't want none of them. And then, I don't know if I want to be bad. If you're bad enough and get the number one pick, like
honestly,
you ain't got nobody.
I don't know who's a great.
You ain't got nobody to trade it to.
This might be a year. This might be a year where it's not a quarterback.
I don't know who's a great player like out just in general in college football right now. I don't know who's.
I mean, it's coming out.
Yeah, like there's really no
the crazy thing
level this year. There's really no buzz. But we're gonna hold on to that right there. We're gonna hold on to college football because we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Let's run through the rest of these games. The Broncos did what nobody else did. They gave the Eagles their first loss of the year in Philadelphia. The Broncos went on the road and beat Philly at a score of 21-17. It was looking bad for the Broncos the first 3 quarters. The first 3 quarters was looking horrible. But the fourth quarter, Bo Nix turned up, and he led them down, and they won that game. Philly still isn't quite on the same page offensively. They still not doing that. Saquon only got 6 carries the whole game. He only got 6 carries, and they was up the whole game. Basically, he only got 6 carries for 30 yards, so he was getting 5 yards a clip. I'm
not understanding the play calling. I'm not understanding that at all.
This is not a personnel problem. This is strictly a coordinator problem.
Oh, I'm saying that's what you got to look at because you got the personnel. So you got the line.
It's crazy.
You got the running back. You got everything.
Yeah,
it's crazy too. Like, I mean, I guess it's a personnel. So I don't know. Like, I'm kind of stuck with these. We got a couple of like head coaches, right, that have bought themselves enough time to be able to have another bad year because they've had such a good year.
Yeah,
but I just don't know because you can tell something's not clicking, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the tension in the locker room. I don't know if are you getting everybody's best shot now because y'all the Super Bowl champion. I don't know if it's a combination of all 3 new coordinators. You're the Super Bowl champ, and then there's a little bit of I should be getting more because I'm a Super Bowl champion. It could be a combination of everything happening at the same time. Every team not built to repeat, even though they want to. Every team, like I think, the more and more we get into this age of like the Chiefs are the anomaly, like Golden State was the anomaly, but they're anomaly in the sense that like nobody's doing the repeating thing. Like it's harder than people I think it is based on the fact that you've seen people do it, so you think it's not as hard as it is, man. It's hard to do it. Ask LeBron how hard it was to get to 10 finals. Like it is hard.
But the mainstay with the Chiefs is they don't change coordinators. They also don't change coordinators. Andy Reid's the head coach. Primarily, he's the play caller too. They got a play caller in there, but essentially, Andy Reid still call it, and Spags is the defensive coordinator. So it's like nothing changes.
It's consistent. But when you think about it in the standpoint of my bad, Mike, when you think about it in the standpoint of like some of them places where they've had to sustain success in a lot of ways, the head coach specializes in whatever the specialty needs to be. So, for instance, Kansas City, Andy Reid's a play caller, and he got the quarterback to be able to do everything, right? So even if you lose your offensive coordinator, it doesn't affect the team. I'm just thinking of it from a standpoint of, like, there are a lot of different factors that allows Kansas City to be stable no matter who the offensive coordinator is, because the head coach is the offensive coordinator regardless. And so, like, in certain cases, it's just like, I just think it's a lot of things that happen at the same time. And if you get off to a bad start, or you get off to like, because I don't think the Eagles have got off to a great start, even though their record say that they 4-1, like, because it's been so shaky. Like, and it's been shaky everywhere. Jalen has had great moments, but I don't necessarily think like he's played great. Saquon, you can see what's going on with Saquon, and the same thing with AJ Green. So it just feel like it's problems. And then the defense is not as good as it was last year.
I think that's the thing. I think Philly defense still is pretty good. But the play caller has no creativity. He has no like creativity on getting them the ball. The problem is too, I know they gonna frustrate AJ Brown because they gonna double him up at the best corner on him because Smitty eating. If you look at Smitty numbers, he's eating pretty well, but he's gonna go to the one-on-one matchup, and then they don't. AJ Brown can run the route tree. I seen him do it myself. They keep putting him on the same 3 routes. They making him run a slant, a stop, or a sluggo. That's the 3 routes they keep putting him on. I was like, they don't even give him a screen pass. I was like, dude, he's a yards after the catch merchant. That's what he does. And this what happened when they went to the Super Bowl the first year, they had both coordinators that were good. Both of them left. The next year they hired the wrong coordinators and their team looked horrible. Then the following year they got the new coordinators now, and they still got the same defense coordinator. I don't think what's name is gonna leave anytime soon because he's kind of older. He's like, I could stay here and be fine. But now you got a new offensive coordinator, and right now his play calling is bad.
The only thing I could think of as a reason too is if they're really trying to like preserve everybody for the playoffs. Like if they're trying to pull a Kansas City and they coast through the regular season, still have a good record, but they're really trying to make sure Saquon is healthy and AJ Brown is healthy. But because of that, they're not giving them a lot throughout the season. I think that would be the only reason why this play calling has to suck this much. Like that's justifiable. I don't think it still should because you got to use your players. But if they're really sitting there saying, okay, look, we try to make sure we get to week 15, 16, 17, and these dudes are healthy. You know what I mean? We don't need no hamstring here. We don't need no twisted ankle here. You know what I mean? We don't need nothing crazy. So our name of the game is getting to the Super Bowl again. And so it's like, if we can make sure that we are the healthiest team come, the playoffs, then we can let these niggas loose. Like that's kind of
also too that offensive line is hurt. 3 of their 5, 3 of their top 5 offensive linemen are hurt as well.
Because as bad as they've been, they still are 4-1.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is taking a lot of sacks right now. He's taking a lot of sacks right now. Moving on.
So I think we got to look at this again, week 12, 13, and see like, okay, well, shoot, they 9-3 or 10-2. It's like we can sit here and say they playing bad or like the offensive coordinator ain't calling stuff right, but if they still got a great record by then, seeing how the rest of the league is shaking out, it's like they could be sitting there looking at the other side like Kansas City trash, the Ravens trash. Like we might see the Bills on the other side. It's like, look, we ain't scared of that. Like that's probably what they could be looking at. Like, oh, our biggest competition is actually really Detroit. You know what I mean? On this side, like we get through that, or Tampa Bay, or like we get through those teams, then it's like, oh, we got a clear path again to repeat. And they probably can be looking at it from that standpoint if they try to coast or like keep everybody you know what I mean, healthy. That's the
Mhm.
only excuse I can give them right
Yeah, I just think the play calling is gonna change. They're gonna figure they gonna have to change some stuff
now. They
up.
got to.
You gotta
Got
go
to.
get creative. Moving on to some of these other games, and we're gonna run through these. The Dolphins went on the road, lost to the Panthers 27-24 in Carolina. Bryce Young looked decent that game. Tua's Tua. Shout out to Darren Waller. He came from the dead. He rose from the dead, and he out here catching touchdowns right now. Um, Jalen Waller is gonna get his. He's gonna get his now because Tyreek Hill is out, so he's receiver number one.
Mhm.
What's
Shout out
scaring me
to
though is Darren Waller is exactly what they've been missing the last couple years with a big body tight end. Like that's one
Mhm.
thing I feel like they've been missing.
they had it in Jonnu Smith, and they just didn't want to pay him. Because Johnny was
Right,
there, they just didn't want to pay him. And then you get Darren Waller for cheap right now because he's playing on pennies because he was retired. So it is what it
right.
is on that one. Bryce Young did that. Shout out to Rico Dowdle. I had him in my fantasy league. He ran for 206 yards against Miami by himself. I think 30 carries, 206 yards, and the touchdown, I think. So he destroyed their defense by himself. Um,
Right.
Yeah.
so that one was that game. Disrespectful. Y'all should be ashamed of this. The Cardinals lose to the Titans 22-21 on the last second field goal. The Cardinals were
I
up
was
21-3, I believe, in the first
Yep.
half and didn't score at all in the second half. Um, they look
I tuned in. I'm sitting there like, oh, this easy win. They already up, and then I saw that the Titans had the ball. I think I checked ESPN. It was
with
like
like 30
30
seconds
seconds left.
left.
Yeah.
The Titans had the ball. It was 21-19. I said, y'all,
Yeah.
they better not.
Crazy.
They
They
better
better
not. And
not.
then I
And
saw
then
that final score. I said, that's
because
crazy.
they didn't
That-
look because the Tennessee just watching highlight Tennessee didn't look good. They got the luckiest touchdown in the world. Can't nobody
Mhm.
pick up a ball and then they knock it back. You throw a pick. He throws a pick. He picks. Dude gets up and runs. Fumbles that ball. They can't recover the ball. Knock it into the end zone and Tennessee recovers for a touchdown. If that's not code word for Cardinals, y'all gonna lose this game. I don't know what else it
Right.
is because they're definitely gonna lose the game. And we're gonna talk about another play coming up in soon that happened as
that-
well.
There have
Uh,
been a lot of this is the one thing the NFL has like kind of caught lightning in the bottle with. There've been a lot of like, oh, these teams, like, you know how you'll watch the game and you'll be like, oh yeah, they like, this is over with. It's been a lot of those over with games that wasn't over with. They done had a bunch of them where somebody been up 20 points and then you go away from the game for an hour and you come back and it's a
it's a
tie
tie
game
game.
with 30 seconds left on the clock. Like, you
It
know,
looks real
they've
college
got a lot of games
football.
that turn into drama. I just don't. Some people are missing them because, like, again, even with the way the Titans have been playing, like, yeah, you're like, okay, well, they're gonna get 45 put on them, and then you look up and the Cardinals figured out a way to do the impossible,
Yeah.
which is lose that game.
It looks real college football like right now.
It does. It
I
does.
mean, maybe that's because they don't play in the preseason. So the first couple weeks is them trying to really get chemistry and all that going.
Yeah.
But it's so many fumbles, it's so many interceptions thrown. They make no sense. They make no
The one
sense.
You
thing
look at
about
them like they
the
pay
one
out that
thing
much money to do that.
Yeah, the one thing about the NFL is legit any given Sunday. That's the NFL is legit any given Sunday. It don't matter, especially division games. Division games don't matter. You throw
Mm-hmm.
out the playbooks, you throw out anything, it don't matter because even the worst team in the division can beat the best team on any given Sunday. Uh, Looking at this, the Jets are still the only winless team. They are 0-5. They took an L to the Cowboys 37-22. Right now, Dak is playing really good football. He's had some really good regular seasons in the past. So I'm not gonna knock and say Dak has never had one before. But this one's probably a little bit better because his defense is atrocious. His defense is horrible, and he doesn't have his number one target. We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
talk about this a little bit too. I'm gonna mention this right now, but we're gonna talk about it. Number one ain't like that in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Number one ain't
Mm-hmm.
like
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
His first 2 years was great. I think he was a first team All Pro his first 2 years. These last couple years, he ain't like that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't let him get away without because he's a grabber. He used to
Yeah,
grab and
yeah,
tug
yeah,
and all that, and they ain't call it them first 2 years. They call it now,
yeah,
and they call it now.
yeah,
He be getting beat. He
He
be
do be
getting
getting like
he be getting beat.
yeah. Yeah.
Maybe throwing it, they be throwing it. And I'd be like,
He seems
dude, you
slow.
gotta stop
No,
holding. Like, I'm like,
yeah, he
He
be getting.
seems
He's a,
slow.
he's
No,
a
okay,
he
well,
like
not
he like
slow,
Sherman. He like Sherman. He's not fat. He's a
yeah,
strider. He's not fat. He's
but
not
he's not
fast.
quick. He's
Yeah,
not quick. You get
he's
him on the wrong
long. He's
receiver, and
long.
yeah.
yeah.
If he can, because his strides, he can catch up to you,
Yeah,
or he
But
can
you know
work
what's
it down.
crazy though?
But
Oh, you know what's crazy?
he
Well,
getting
we
torched.
already know
He's getting torched right
we
now.
already know who the most elite corner in the league is. But he also is huge and long,
But he
and he still
fast.
be keeping up with
But he
everybody.
fast
That's
because
what
he
I'm saying.
fast.
Like,
Yeah, no,
right, but
so
like and quick. Like you said, you got everything.
no,
You got
no.
everything. You know what I mean?
PS2 is your prototypical what you want a cornerback to be. Him and Derek Stingley in Houston. That's what you want your cornerback to
long,
be.
Yeah.
wiry, and in fact, they
And
can move their
fast.
feet.
They are wide receivers. They
Yeah,
are wide receivers with good
And
hips.
he's
yep.
Like they are
and
wide
he's
receivers. Like,
you can tell both of them are fundamentally sound. Pat
Hmm.
Surtain, he got the right hand in the play. He's fundamentally
I mean,
sound.
like, so,
You're
and
not. I don't even know why you're throwing over
I'm gonna
there.
give them a break. I'm giving them a break because I know Jake Brown was quarterback at the time. But like last week or whatever, he had Chase looking like he was legit like
Yeah.
with Carolina.
I was
Like he
like,
had him in a box.
don't
He
get
was
it
doing nothing.
twisted. We know Chase could beat him because if you go back to college,
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
but shoot,
they was
the
going at
last
it.
two times that they played,
He
the
been in
last
the
two times
phone.
they played,
Nah,
He been in the phone booth.
even with Burrow, he been like strapping them
I'm
up.
what I'm
So
saying. He in the
like,
phone booth, and it's a fight to get out.
and speaking
you
of
know, they
that,
said that, it was funny during the offseason when he was with Chad when he was with Ocho Cinco and they were talking about it. I said they say you cold when folks talking about you in a room that you ain't in. I was like they on the field just talking about drills and you're like, hey, you know who I can't never get off on? It's a 10 every
Uh-huh.
time. I was like, dude ain't even there.
He
because
This
he
not.
man
know
ain't even
him,
there.
he know him the best too. He played him in college. You know him in NFL. He played him the best. But speaking of Chase, we're gonna move into the team. They got beat again. The Bengals played Detroit, and Detroit is Detroit right now. Detroit's properly playing at the highest level of any team right now. They beat the Bengals 37-24. Jared Goff had another game. He was diming them up everywhere. They
Mhm.
was able to run the ball. Defense is getting out of them. Jake Brown had played so bad that the Bengals decided to trade for Joe Flacco at 40 years old to come play quarterback for them because I
For a
think he's
team
thrown
that can't
eight
block.
picks in 3 games. I think he's thrown 8 picks in
Yeah.
3 games.
They
So
they had more tackles than touchdowns. That's how
yeah,
bad it was.
Chase has more tackles than he does. He has he has 5 tackles. Um,
The crazy thing is, you were so bad as a quarterback with a bad offensive line that they went and got another person that is less mobile than you to play behind that same bad offensive line
in the
because
same
you are so
division,
bad.
in the same
Like,
division.
same state.
Like we don't never trade in the same division. They was like, I'd rather go across the street to go get him
That was
and like have you play.
crazy though. I was like,
Flacco,
bro,
they
you
said
are
Flacco is about to
terrible.
play the Packers again. He played the Packers twice in 4 weeks.
Twice.
He's about to go play the Packers again.
It's
They ain't
crazy
gonna
though.
look
The
good.
one of the I can't remember who was talking about it, but they were saying that the reason why they went out and got Joe Flacco is for 2 reasons. One, he's already played this team, and he is probably one of the only few quarterbacks that you can go get them today and they can play on Sunday. And I'm saying you saying that to him at 40, like that's crazy, and it's a compliment too, saying that like, hey, we know we could get you today and drop you in. Now I don't know whether or not that means he really good at reading defense and he productive, or they just know that he gonna take the hits and ain't gonna complain.
That
Like,
I mean, like, and it's just the verbiage, and it's knowing that somebody can just come in, and especially with the receivers that they have and offensive line they have, and know
mhm.
what to do.
And he done
Out
seen
of
everything, I'm sure.
So like, yeah, I mean, he been in the league what 17.
Yeah, he just like, and
Yeah,
he does have dudes he can just throw it up there too, as long as he get it in the area.
Yeah,
and
it's chasing.
this is his third AFC North team. He started out with the Ravens. He's just left the Browns. Now he's going to the Bengals. He might be end up with the Steelers before he retire. So we never know. But what we do know is the two best games of the weekend was the Chiefs and the Jaguars. Well, actually, the 3 games because the Rams and the 49ers was a good game. But the Chiefs
Mm-hmm.
and the Jaguars, Monday night, the Chiefs go on the road and lose to the Jaguars. If you looked at the score, like Sherrod said earlier, if you looked at the score beforehand, you thought Kansas City was going to run away with this game. How they started out, they was up 14-0 on Jacksonville, and it started not to look that great. And then Jacksonville slowly but surely started turning it up a little bit more. Their defense is really good. I mean, what not really good, but
Mm-hmm.
they're good enough. Um, Trevor Lawrence didn't have the best game. He played consistent most of the game, but when he needed to make plays, that fourth quarter, that last drive, he made plays. He made the plays that you want your number one overall pick to make. That should have been a pick that was thrown to Brian Thomas. If the DB get his head around, that's a pick in the hand. But that's
Yeah.
also, but that still was a needle thread of a throw that he made over there on the
Hmm.
corner. Mahomes didn't see the Mike backer when Devin Lloyd crossed over and threw a pick six on it.
That was
He didn't
such
see
great
the he didn't
execution.
because the object is to run two stop routes, and
Yeah.
he's supposed to jump on one, and then you're supposed to usually they'll jump on the second one because that's Kelsey, and then the first one be
Mhm.
open. Lloyd
Yeah.
stopped and jumped the first one, and
He
Mahomes didn't
faked the
see it.
Hmm.
blitz. He faked the blitz because I saw a film breakdown on it. They're like they've done the same play, of course, and same formation a few times in the but
It's
like
film
he
study.
faked the blitz so that, to think that to make it look like he gonna be out the way, so it's gonna be open, and he sprinted back
Bring it back.
like
He boom. Yeah.
last second, like over across the middle, man.
It's
And
crazy
like
too, like how like, and I guess it's like them conjuries come into effect, but like how quick you can stunt and then change direction to still get to that point.
especially to convince somebody like
Yeah.
Mahomes that like I'm coming on the blitz and like you got this wide open and him to like confidently throw that.
It almost reminded me of that. It wasn't full as far back, but it reminded me of like that Ed replay where he faked Peyton so
Yeah, he
far
fed
that when
Peyton
he threw
because
it,
he
he started
studied
Oh
him
way
yeah,
back behind.
because he studied him the week before.
yeah,
But the crazy thing is he had way more, even though he had way more field to make up the ground. It
yeah.
was that guy. It was such a short field that it was like, turn, run, got you. Like,
Like right at the moment you got that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
but to take it back 99 yards though after that though also is crazy. Like
it's crazy.
the pick by itself is crazy, but then the tackling or attempt of
yeah,
tackling
the
from
attempted tackle wasn't there,
everybody was making business decisions. Nobody wanted to go tackle this man.
and we
It felt
talked
like this is
about
the game that like you, you know how you have to like you were just saying a minute ago, sheet about like you just gonna lose that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Chiefs were gonna lose that game.
yeah,
Like, and I mean, like Trevor Lawrence basically fell, fumbled, was almost tackled down, got up and still was able to run to the end zone.
Like they just
Like,
gave up right then. They just gave up.
like Travis Hunter probably made the best catch he done made thus far.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the middle of a field, basically.
he had his
It wasn't a
best
Hail Mary,
game.
but basically it was like just trying to get it out.
He had his best game this game against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
He had his best game on, especially on
Which I mean,
defense, especially
of
on
course, like
defense.
he had to be amped up for this game anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
nah, he played.
to Monday night.
Yeah, he played pretty well. Like I said, the Jaguars did what they had to do. I know people are gonna say how Chris Jones and them they stopped pursuing the ball when he fell because most of the times when they fouled that couple of times, the plays usually called
They
dead.
used to blow the whistle there, but
So
they
the
didn't.
fact you still until you hear a whistle blow as a mind of a
Like, do the
defensive
whistle.
lineman, as until you hear the whistle blow, you got to keep going. You got to keep going.
Got at least
But
touch him. Got at
you got to
least
at least
touch him.
touch him, touch
I
him
ain't say you got
down
to fall on him and kill him. Just touch him.
because he had enough
Yeah.
time to gather himself, get up, and
He
run and
did
still
though.
score.
Yeah.
And he ran out. He ran like a whole another 5
Like
yards
he
out. Like,
did. He ran all the way around. Like, so he had plenty of like at least touch him. Like make sure they called him down. Like you didn't allow the man to gather himself and
Shout out
everything
to,
else.
but shout out to the Jags. Right now, that division is tough. The Colts are playing well. The Jags are playing well. Who knows if the Texans can catch a little bit of steam and try to make this interesting? The Titans are the Titans, so we understand they're gonna have a top five pick again this year. But everybody else, that division looks pretty tough. But to most people, the best game of the weekend, and then we're gonna move on. The Buccaneers and the Seahawks. The Buccaneers go on the road and beat the Seahawks 38-35. Once again, this is the fifth game winning drive for Baker Mayfield. If the game is close and it's 2 minutes or less on the clock right now,
You in
don't
trouble.
let Baker Mayfield have the ball. And speaking of this,
I was telling y'all.
two journeyman quarterbacks that played on the Carolina together. So it might not. So all y'all talking about Bryce Young, it might just be a Carolina problem. Because they was on the team together. But shout out to Baker Mayfield. Let me pull up both of their stats because I actually want to read both of their stats because it was actually pretty. Baker Mayfield was 29 of 33, missed four passes,
That man
379
did that thing
yards,
33 times.
379 yards, two touchdowns, no picks. Sam Darnold, 28 of 34, he missed six passes, four touchdowns, but the turning point in the game, Sam Darnold made the
He gonna give you one.
interception. I always get
He gonna
one.
give you one.
Gonna give you one.
Yep.
And that was the one that lost them the game. But also I want to shout out to both Ohio State receivers. Abuka had seven for a
Mhm.
buck 63 and a touchdown. JSN had eight for a buck 32 and a touchdown. So
The Ohio,
shout
the
out to both Ohio
And
State
then if
receivers.
you think back to the Cardinals game
Marvin
with
Harrison had a good game.
Marvin, you could like they had a good Sunday.
the Ohio State.
Chris Olave had a good game down there in New Orleans too. He had a decent game in New Orleans.
Uh,
Scary Terry gonna wait on him to get back on the field and see what's going on. But no, Ohio State, we always never debated, never Ohio State, LSU, Alabama. We always talk about their receivers. So this is nothing
but they
new.
had a great. They had a. If you think about just the Ohio State receivers in the
This
NFL, they had a
weekend
great Sunday.
they had a great showing this
Yeah.
weekend. They had a great showing. But the like I said, Tampa Bay went on the road against the 12th man and beat the Seahawks 38-35. Some of the takeaways, but before we do that and before we move on, early MVP. Who's playing like the early MVP right now before we move on in your guys' eyes? We got right now they got on FanDuel, I think Josh Allen is leading it right now because Josh Allen is playing at MVP level. I don't know how Mahomes in the top three, but they love Mahomes because Mahomes is not playing like MVP candidate right now. But they got Josh Allen, they got Dak Prescott up there right now. They got Baker Mayfield up there right now for MVP. Those three right now is the biggest ones. What's name is making the case? He's right now, if he keeps on his trajectory, Puka's gonna win Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
It's
Right
gonna be
now,
hard for him to get. It's gonna be hard for him to get MVP. They gotta have like a
MVP is
monster, and he gotta do something crazy.
MVP is a QB award. MVP is a QB award. That's just what it is.
He gotta do something crazy.
Yeah.
Like he got to go for 2,000 yards. He got to go for 2,000 yards. That's the only way he's gonna win.
And
even then, he
and win the Triple Crown, and win the Triple Crown, and they got to be the number one seed. And every other quarterback that's on the list got to get hurt.
Yeah.
it's
And
a lot. It's just too much to go on.
It's so much.
But Offensive Player of the Year right now, he's leading that, and it's not really close right now. But who you guys think right now is your early MVP?
I'm actually I am gonna go with Baker. Like to me, what he's done with that team, they don't have elite top end talent, even though shout out to like I said Ohio State.
Mike Evans is hurt right now. Chris Godwin just trying to get his legs back.
Right. So like he doesn't have the top end talent to say like,
and his defense not that good right now either.
Right, but they win it, and if you really take away that blocked field goal from Philly, then like we talking about them having even a better record. So it's like, Josh is expected, but I'm happy that somebody like golf or somebody like that isn't in it because they team or Jalen because they team is stacked. Like those teams are stacked. So it's like seeing Baker do what he do with what he got, and to beat good teams. He ain't just running over the trash.
Nah, he's beating some really good teams. He's beating some really good teams right now.
Like he's competing with every team. So I'm gonna pick. He's my top right now.
Yeah,
what about you?
I was telling y'all when we did our quarterback thing, I was saying that Baker and them can have a really good year, and so
because the division
I think the
is
fact
not,
that they're winning,
division's not that good either. So he's having the division's not that good either.
I think that the fact that they're having the success without the people is probably the biggest part of it because those guys eventually come back, and so like then you ingratiate them back into what you're doing. You're already rolling, and then it takes like they done got a couple of weeks off. Mike Williams, Mike Evans needs as much time as he can. Anytime you have soft tissue injuries, those come up and down. As much time as you can get off without having to push back, the better the team gonna be longer in the year. And so like for Baker and them, I'm looking at like who do I really fear in not just my division, but in the conference.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you feel like you nose and nose with Philly. And so everybody says Philly supposedly supposed to be the best team. So if you feel like you nose and nose with Philly, you think that Detroit is self-destruct, then you might be thinking about like, hey man, we might have a real shot, especially depending on seeding. We might not even have to play Philly in the first, like, you know what I mean? Like the second, like you can put yourself in a situation where you play Philly in the conference championship, but you didn't got yourself in a good spot. So and then like to be honest with you, wouldn't be scared of. I'm really not scared of any AFC team either. Like I think this is probably one of the few years where I feel like is really an open field. Like especially since like Kansas City looked the way they are, Baltimore looked the way they look. Now I think Nick Wright said this. He was like, the scary thing about Baltimore and the Kansas City is if they catch fire at the end of the year and they make it in, that's the team you don't want to play in the first round. like where you don't want to play them in the wild card game or something like that because now they cooking, or whatever. But you might have a clear path. So I really think like Baker, Dak has played well too. I think he's played better than expected. It's just weird because of the way the records may end up shaking out. I think that tie might come in and bite them on the end, depending on the record. And then they're in conference against each other, so for seeding purposes, that can cause a different problem. And then they're in. I think Tampa Bay, of course, is going to have the easier opportunity to win their division. So you look at it and you're talking about Philly. I mean, Dallas being a 6 seed or 7 seed, where Tampa Bay could be a 2 seed or a 3 seed. I think that would give them the push. But yeah, I mean, if Baker if they can get to 10, 11 wins, and he got 7 or 8 game winning drives, and he in the top 10 in QBR and touchdowns and passing yards, which is feasible. You'd be sitting here saying like, hey, Baker don't really have that many weapons, right? Like if you take Philly out and you take Detroit out, and even Dallas. I know CD got hurt, but I'm saying, but even when Dallas, you'd be like, well, those 3 teams, we would say their weapons are better. Like, who's playing better at quarterback? And you would probably say the guy that got his team at, 10, 11, 12 wins. He might need to be 11, 12, 13 probably. But, yeah, I think I think this is the best shot he going to get.
Yeah.
Like, as long as don't nothing catastrophic happen.
Yes, yeah, so he should be good. And like I said, with him, Sam Darnold played this well last year, so he was in the MVP running for a minute to the last couple of weeks. Same way with Jared Goff and all that. But right now, Baker, Dak, Daniel Jones, all of them are really up there right now playing at the MVP level. Shout out to Stafford too. Stafford is playing well out there with the Rams as well. Right now, Puka's looks like the clear offensive player of the year. He's running with that.
That's why I was going to say earlier. Shocker that Matthew Stafford, wide receiver, is offensive player of the year. Like, of course, he force feeds his.
You're gonna get the ball. My number one gonna get the ball, but shout out to him because he understands. He get Tay the ball too, so he get Tay the ball too.
But he don't he don't have them receiver issues. They be fine.
Like Jalen got like if Matthew Stafford was on the Eagles, AJ Brown would be
he'd be like, stop, please stop.
Yeah. Right. I'm good.
And right now the Rams got their version of Philly's team because they got Tay, you got Tay and Puka, they got AJ and Smitty, they got Saquon of course, but Kyron Williams ain't no slouch. But Saquon is better, but Kyron Williams is not a slouch. And right now the offensive lines are comparable. It's really the Rams really got the same type of offense. Really got the same offense Philly got, but their quarterback is a gunslinger and Philly's not. And then right now, Abuka is running away with the offensive rookie of the year. He running away with it right now. He ain't even close right now. Amari Hampton was playing well for the Chargers as the run. He was playing well, but Abuka, he's right now clearing all of that. We talked about
1,400.
Yeah, he's gonna have like 1,400 yards and 9 touchdowns. So he's probably gonna be his number's gonna be way different. We talked a little bit of this earlier. We're gonna run through a couple of these and then we're gonna get out of here with the final predictions for next week's slate. But running through a little bit of the college football, Miami, the U went on the road to Florida State, beat them 28-22. Don't let that score fool you. Miami was kicking Florida State butt the whole game. So don't let that last 28-22, them last couples, don't let that fool you. Miami was putting BTA that whole game. Mississippi State went on the road and lost to Texas A&M. Alabama had a revenge against Vanderbilt last year, lost to Vanderbilt this year, beat Vanderbilt 30-14. Shout out to Todd Simpson, straight out of Martin, UT Martin.
I was going to tell you too that when you were asking about the quarterbacks, and I was like, the crazy thing about it is his first game. Y'all know I was not satisfied, but he didn't play himself into the fact that they right now he gonna look like he the best quarterback in the country.
Yeah, like, him and what's his name in Miami?
Legitly,
him and Carson Beck in Miami. Both of them two, they look. Yep. Those two look like the best ones in the.
How old is Tyson?
He's a senior this year.
Well, I think they say he's a 4th-year junior or something like this. I don't know if he got a redshirt year or something.
Because he sat behind Miro. He sat behind Miro for 2 years, and then he sat behind the other quarterback.
I think did he catch Mac too? I think he got Mac then.
No, it was Bryce because Bryce was after Mac. So he called. Bryce. Yeah. So, he called Bryce in 2 years. Then Miro. 2 years of Miro. So he's been there a minute.
Beck, what a 7-year scene? Like what is Beck?
No, Beck was only at Georgia for he was at Georgia for 3 years.
Okay.
He
Yeah, I
sat
felt like he
behind
went somewhere else
he
before
sat
Georgia though.
behind he sat behind Stetson Bennett for 2 years, and then
Okay. I don't know why I feel like he
last
was
year,
super old.
and then now he
It feel
went.
like he like
It feel
28.
like
Now
it
he
feel like
does
he
feel a
was.
little bit older. He might have been in Georgia 4 years. Who knows? But they
Side note, she just because we talking about how long, I'm gonna let you get back to it. Just because we talking about how long dudes playing, I think it was a Texas game or somebody game, and they were like, such and such, such. Yeah, he's a 6-year senior, and he has another year eligibility. And I was like, wait, what? What? You a 6-year senior with
I
another
think
year
last
eligibility?
year
I know that the COVID year is over with.
I was gonna say
Like they
Kobe,
didn't stretch them COVID years out so far.
yeah,
I
Kobe
think the
messed up
last
everything.
I think last year Miami had a tight end that was like a 7th year college student. It was some
Yeah, man. Like imagine they getting NIL deals.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and you know that like it's just all NIL deal, living in their apartment and going to practice.
That's
That's
crazy
like,
at
you ain't got no
27.
school, like unless you in the master program. But some of these folks been in so long that you got your master too already,
They got a couple of degrees.
right?
And so that's crazy too though. Like you 27.
like I said, you
I don't.
gonna
I
pay
mean,
for your
it's not a
school.
bad deal.
Nah, you gotta pay for your school
And then
somehow.
you gonna be a
They
coach.
pay.
But
What
I'm
else
saying you
happened?
already made a couple million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What else happened? Most of the other games were simple, but the two biggest upsets of the weekend, Texas go on the road and lose to Florida 21-29. Looking at the game, a lot of us we blame Arch, and a lot of that is he deserves some blame. But watching back on that film, their offensive line is not good at
Right,
all. Offensive line is
right.
not
Texas is not
good.
as good as they
And
thought
his,
they were.
and yeah, his offense is not as good as we thought they were. He really doesn't have a go-to receiver. All the receivers are kind of gone. Arch is out there. I think they expected too much. They expected his play to be better. 100%. I understand that, but I think they overestimated the talent he was playing with as well. Because right now his offensive line
Hmm.
sucks. He's running for his life out there. He's running for his life. Now he's missing some routine throws. He's missing some crossers. He's missing some. I'm not gonna say it's not all his fault. He does have some blame, but that offensive line is not good. He lost some of his top
If he had the
receivers.
mobility, if he had the same mobility as his uncle,
Oh,
his
he'd
luck
be
is death.
through. Oh, he'd be a
It
sitting duck
would
right
though.
now.
Luckily he can move.
Yeah,
Luckily, he can
Yeah,
move. Man,
because like
yeah.
that'd be
hey,
so
woo.
bad.
He definitely got that
Nah,
from his.
they
He
number
definitely
one
got
thing
that
this
from
year
his.
got to be offensive line, like in the transfer portal. Like
Yeah,
right now, like next year got to be offensive line.
Because
Like
I think we all probably agree. So Archie is gonna be the quarter, even if they're gonna bring somebody in for competition next year. He is gonna
no,
be the
he gonna be
quarterback
started. He gonna be
next year.
started.
yeah,
Yeah,
So the idea is that you better find somebody that can block and you better find somebody that can catch. Now, but the
yeah.
thing about the transfer portal is that you can make your team way better real quick, and so you better figure it
I
out.
think the problem is though, even if they do that and they're successful at it and they look so much better next year, when he goes into the draft, they're gonna be saying, "Look at him when he didn't have a good offensive line.
yeah.
Look at him when he
Uh-huh.
didn't have the weapons."
So
If
you
he
still
gets
gonna have a
drafted
problem.
high to right, if he
Yeah,
goes to the Jets or to the Giants, or if he goes, to teams that have
Same
been known
thing.
to not have any of those things, we know what he gonna look like in the NFL because
Yep.
we see what he looked like. He can't elevate talent, is what we're saying.
yeah.
He has to be put into a system like Jared Goff or like Jalen Hurts, if that's the case. And I mean, hopefully he gets better, and that's not the case. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like, it's gonna be magnified in the next level. So it's like you can't do that
Oh
at
yeah.
college. Then
He better be like lights out next year. And
yeah,
lights out saying like, no, this was just it
like they
was
got lights out talent. You
so
know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Then,
I guess like I think part of it is you got to have people or you're not gonna be good. I think that's part of it. I agree with your point of saying we have seen some guy like Lamar when he was at Louisville.
Mhm.
We just was like, yeah, he make everybody on the field better,
Yeah.
just whatever. And so, but like we always talk about, that's 5 dudes, right? But what I do think is that even if they got marginally better, he got to be able to say, yeah, my first year and it was a lot I needed to learn. I put in the time in the off season, and I mean, he better be lights out because if he not lights out next year, ain't all that draft stuff. Yeah, he'll probably get drafted somewhere because he'll be a Manning. But like in general, like you don't want to be the one. You don't want to be the one.
Like you don't want to be like, for instance, you don't want to be what you rather be Joe Burrow and not Mac Jones. Like
Yeah,
when they had those teams, you saw how good Joe Burrow was even when he got to the league and didn't have all the talent or didn't have, you know what I mean? Like when Mac Jones get to the league without all the talent and
he
then
looked like somebody that can't
even
play.
though shout out to him this weekend, but like, you know what I mean? Like
the thing, and then Art's other thing is he ain't gonna say it's no pressure, and I get it, But you don't want to be the man and the quarterback man and that you the first one after the two Hall of Fame. You terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't beat that one. You better yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I said, he got his granddaddy rushing and everything like that. That's the only thing that's saving him right
Thank
now.
God.
And then the last thing of the week, James Franklin, this is your last year in Penn State because y'all go on the road and lose to UCLA. Yeah, you went on the road and lost to UCLA 42-37, I believe that was the score. Your quarterback that they said was a top quarterback, Drew Allar, is not that good. And then you played against a quarterback that's really not that good either that left Tennessee and Nico. But you let him account for 5 touchdowns against y'all, 3 rushing, 2 passing. Right now, y'all thought y'all was gonna make the playoff, but after losing this game and falling out the top 25, you might get a December bowl game, and that's not
I wonder what his buyout is.
They gonna.
It got to be something.
They gonna pay it.
No, I'm saying it got to be something because there ain't no way you gonna keep doing this every year and think that they ain't gonna fire you like something. But he been there so long doing it.
I'm so happy we got Oregon in our conference because Penn State making our conference look better right now. Like, I'm happy we got some more like that's making it look better.
Yeah, because right now Penn
State
do
this every year.
Yeah, he lose the big. I think they say he 4-21 against top 10 teams.
21 or something like that. Like it's
4-21.
Crazy. Like he basically is gonna have 5 top games on his schedule every year, and he's most likely gonna lose all 5 of them. The only time
he might win
3 or 4 years he win one of them that gives everybody the hype. Mike, I don't know, I can't remember if it's y'all Michigan. I think they've caught y'all maybe once or caught Michigan maybe once in a blip, and everybody be like, "Oh, this is the year," and then y'all play them again in the championship game, and they get a bowl race, or they get into the playoffs. And then
they face Georgia or somebody, and then
and then it's over with.
Oh yeah, or they beat Ohio State, and they're gonna lose to Northwestern next week, and then you just be like, bro, what?
They will do that too.
What happened?
Because I'm gonna be honest, Ole Miss and the University of Memphis on the clock.
Oh yeah, they been making us look bad though. Penn State making us look bad.
Yeah, but we're gonna move on.
Them and they gonna lose to somebody terrible.
Yeah, but it happens every year. And we're going to talk a little bit of these, just a couple of the college football games next week. Then we're going to get out of here with the NFL predictions. Ohio State goes on the road, plays Illinois. Ohio State should win that game. Illinois is ranked number 17, but they got Ohio State as a 14.5-point favorite. I think Ohio State should win that game.
Where they play it?
Illinois.
Is it Illinois? Okay.
Yeah.
That tell you how good they are. They are 14-point.
Well, because Illinois, they first ranked game, they play Indiana, they got blitzed 63-10. So that's why they was like, yeah,
but man, you down 14 on the point spread at home.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure all of us expecting Ohio State to win that game. Alabama's on the road against Missouri. At Missouri, Alabama's a 3.5-point favorite, so they basically saying they're a touchdown favorite against Missouri. So we'll see.
Missouri always one of them teams that I don't ever think that they really can beat us, but they not gonna make the game not gonna be an easy game.
Those in conference games still be
let's see a couple more games. Arkansas plays Tennessee. We'll see how that goes. Florida goes on the road and plays Texas A&M at Texas A&M. Texas A&M is number 5 right now. Georgia goes on. Yeah, Georgia goes on the road and plays Auburn at Auburn. That's going to be a tough game. Michigan goes on the road to USC and plays USC. South Carolina comes to LSU. That's going to be a tough game. Arizona State is on the road at Utah. That's going to be a tough game. The Red River rivalry is this weekend. Texas is on the road at Oklahoma. Okay. No, I reversed that. My bad. Oklahoma is on the road at Texas. Oklahoma is number 6 in the country right now. So that's
what's Texas? They still ranked. What's Texas?
No, I told you they both fell out of the top 25. They both fell out.
You did. Yeah.
And
that was another one that I think we were talking about. We couldn't understand why Penn State and Texas was still ranked.
No, Notre Dame. Still don't know how Notre Dame was still ranked after all of this stuff.
What's the spread on the Oklahoma Texas game? What's the spread?
1.5.
For real?
1.5 for Oklahoma.
That's crazy.
So basically they saying they like a 4-point. They basically saying like they are a 4-point favorite. They basically say it's a field.
They still overranking Texas.
I don't know if this gonna be close enough.
I don't need. They still overranking Texas. They still giving Texas more credit in they record telling you what they are. They're not as good as you think they are.
Only because they home.
But they still an underdog at home. That's the crazy part.
They want Texas to be good so bad.
They do though. If the sports betting is saying that we believe Oklahoma is a point and a half favorite at Texas, then they tell you they don't think Texas that good because you get 3.5 of being at home.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So they basically saying, yeah, they're a 4 point favorite. And then the big game of the weekend, as far as rank wise, outside of Alabama, Missouri, that's 8 and 14, so that's close. But the big game of the weekend, number 7 Indiana is on the road at number 3 Oregon. That's the big game
Okay.
of the weekend. Oregon is a touchdown favorite. So Oregon's a touchdown favorite against Indiana. They're on the road this Saturday. So that's some of the big games for this weekend for the college football. So you guys tune in to that. We're gonna have more coming up on that one as well. But before we get out of here, let's end it with the week 6 predictions of the NFL season. We're gonna roll through these, y'all give it, and then we're gonna tally up again. Right now, last week, me and Sherrod had, if I'm mistaken, me and Sherrod had 6 games picked correctly. Mike had 5, and that was out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Out of 14 games, me and Sherrod had 6, Mike had 5. So last week was bad for all of us as far as predictions
Man,
went.
shooting
We took
50% from the field.
we took some risks. We took some underdogs in here. Some of the people that we expected to win. We all picked the Bills. They lost. We all picked the Rams. They lost. We all picked the Chiefs. They lost. Um, Sherrod called us a different because he picked the Titans to win. Me and Mike picked the Cardinals and stuff like that. It's like a couple of games like that. I think we picked the Chargers. Commanders won. It was kind of back and forth like that. I think Mike picked the Giants. We picked the Saints. It was like small stuff like that was catching up to us. But hopefully we all get back on track this week. And we're gonna start it
That's
back
why I'm
with
a sports bet.
tomorrow. Huh?
Sports bet. I said, this is why I don't sports bet. Man,
Nah,
boy.
if all y'all that's hitting on FanDuel, I love y'all, but forget y'all because y'all see me, I'm losing by 1 every time. But we're gonna start this off with the Thursday night game, Philly at the Giants.
I mean, I want to say Philly, but I mean, it's supposed to be tricking off.
Philly 7.5 point favorite right now. I'm gonna pick Philly. I'm gonna pick Philly.
I am too, since they're coming off a loss. I'm gonna pick them.
I'm gonna pick Philly. I'm gonna pick Philly to win this one.
I'm gonna go with the Giants. They're at home. Division game.
It's Thursday night, so I'll explain.
It's a rookie quarterback going against their defense. So I mean,
It is though, but I think because they ain't seen him, like typically mobile quarterbacks give them a little bit more.
You go see them.
Oh yeah, it's a couple. We're gonna go through these. It's a couple blackout games. I'm gonna get to them in a minute. Sunday, the Patriots at the Saints. Shout out to mom and dad. They going to this game.
Yeah, I'm doing the Patriots. They say, I mean,
I'll probably the Patriots. Saints ain't showed me nothing.
Yeah, I'm picking New England to win. I'm picking New England to win this one. They defense.
Which is something we never do, by the way.
Yeah, we picking New England. Trust me, we do not want to pick New England. If y'all don't know out there, we do not want to pick New England, but we kind of got to.
We don't want to pick them.
Next game, Broncos at the Jets.
The Jets still ain't won yet. I want them to get a win, but
Broncos 7.5 point favorite.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Broncos. I want the Jets to get a win though, so I'm gonna be mad if I lose though. I do want them.
What'd you say, Sherrod?
I said I'm picking the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm picking the Broncos till the Jets actually win. I'm not picking them to do anything. Browns at the Steelers. Flacco against the Steelers.
We know him way too well. So,
yeah, y'all do. He got y'all a couple of times though. He got y'all a couple in his younger days. In his younger days.
I don't think that's gonna happen this time. But I'm scared of their defense. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Their defense.
No, their defense really good. And if he had one of them games where he don't turn the ball over,
that could be scary for us. They match us in pretty much every facet outside of that. So
yeah,
I'm picking Steelers.
I'm still going with the hometown team.
I'm pick Cleveland. I'm pick Cleveland for the upset this week. I'm pick Cleveland to beat Pittsburgh. Chargers at the Dolphins. This will be a game we lose too. I'm gonna pick the Chargers, but this will be a game we lose.
You didn't trick us into picking the Chargers the last 2 weeks.
No, y'all decided to pick the Chargers. I ain't trick y'all.
And then now I'm coming like.
Y'all honestly beating the Chiefs and stuff. You know what I mean? Y'all got.
And then honestly, the only one you should have contemplated picking was the Commanders, because the Commanders actually a decent team. I don't think it was fool's gold for us to pick them to beat the Giants. Me personally, I don't think it was fool's gold. The Giants have won. with the Commanders
Right
is
now, I
what it
only
is.
want to pick y'all in division. Right now, I only want to pick
Yeah,
y'all division. Outside of
yeah.
division, y'all know what's left from right.
Well,
So,
I'm gonna pick my
uh,
team, the Chargers, because it
luckily,
is what it
luckily, the
is.
Dolphins is trash on both sides. Luckily, the Dolphins is trash on both sides, so I'm still gonna pick y'all. But I wouldn't be shocked again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either. But what you guys, Rod?
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. It's gonna be my last week.
You're right. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give y'all one
One more
more
D.
chance, one more game.
Let's see. We got the Cardinals at the Colts. I got the
Colts.
Colts. I got the
Oh,
Colts.
I got the Colts.
I got the Colts.
They seem like they're getting better, but like after last week, what they did in the
With
second
the
half,
Titans,
like,
I got the Colts. They gonna run up. JT gonna run up and down the field, and I ain't got time. Cowboys at the Panthers.
Cowboys at the Panthers. I'm gonna pick the Cowboys. Begrudgingly.
yeah, begrudgingly. Like that defense so trash though that Bryce might turn them up, but I don't think they can outscore the Cowboys.
Me
So
neither.
yeah, I'm choose Cowboys.
Yeah, I
It
pick the
should be an
Cowboys.
easy win for them. It should be an easy win for them, but
I'm gonna pick the Panthers because for some reason the Cowboys always find a way to trick off a game like this, and
they do.
that I'm gonna pick
But I
the
wouldn't be
Panthers.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. It's just the offense has been Dak has been playing well, and the offense has been high power. So like I'm
Agree too.
thinking
Like
that outweighs it.
I think so too. I think that like I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I think the Panthers are one of those teams that like they have to do something in the game that makes you be like,
Yeah,
oh,
they
okay, they end up getting that game. Like, yeah, I'm not picking them outright.
Yeah, no.
This game should be blacked out across the country, actually across the whole globe. The Titans at the Raiders.
I don't even care, honestly.
I got the
I don't
Titans.
even,
The right Geno suck.
I'm gonna choose the Titans. I'm
I'm
gonna choose the
choosing the
Titans.
Titans
That offensive line,
for both
the
teams
Raiders
suck.
Yeah,
got.
I probably could.
I
For
mean,
I
both teams
probably
suck.
could go with the.
yeah, but I ain't seen them do nothing. I ain't seen the Raiders do nothing.
This game suck. I'm picking the Titans, but I really don't care. I don't.
You want to
The
watch right there.
the Bengals at the Packers.
Choosing the Packers.
Oh,
At the
I'm
Packers,
tripping.
too.
I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. Flacco ain't playing the Steelers. That's Dylan Gabriel. My bad. Dylan Gabriel's playing the Steelers for the
You
Browns.
right. You
Dylan
right.
Gabriel. My bad. I'm thinking
You right.
Flacco still start.
We still think.
Dylan
Yeah, you're right.
Gabriel's playing the Steelers. My bad. I got the Steelers
So
winning.
Oh
My
yeah,
bad. I got
you're
the
right.
Steelers winning.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
nah,
bad.
I ought to make you be like you picked who you picked.
oh, no,
I forgot. I was like,
yeah,
shit, Cleveland still might win that game, to be honest.
they still might, but
But
nah,
my
he gonna
bad.
see us for real. He gonna see us for real.
Flacco's playing against the Packers. My bad. But that offense line sucks, and
Yeah,
the Packers can rush the
yeah,
deep rush. So I'm gonna get the Packers that one.
yeah.
hmm
Okay, get into some of the games that well, this game right here was circled on everybody's schedule to be a great game this year, I bet, but it's not going to be that way, even though we just saw them trick off a game last week. The Rams at the Ravens.
Oh, Rams. Yeah, Rams.
I'm gonna pick the Rams. Like I
They
feel
better
like
not lose two
Baltimore
weeks in a
needs
row
this
to.
game more, and they should win this game. But
You said what?
I was saying that I'm gonna pick the Rams. I said Baltimore needs this game and should win this game.
No,
But
they
If
not.
Lamar ain't playing,
yeah,
Lamar ain't
then
playing.
all right.
And your
So
defense hurt.
yeah. I mean, this could be one
Stafford
of
finna
them.
have a field day against that defense.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I just feel like this is
Puka might set a record this week.
Puka might
He
set
might set a record.
Puka might have 10 for 300 and 2 touchdowns. They might finna he might
But
him
it's so hard to double team him with Tay over there. Like it's so hard to double
and then
team
they
him.
put him in a slot and they put him outside. They both might go over for over 100
I
yards this
agree.
game.
Yeah, they might be crazy.
But I got the Rams too. The Seahawks.
I try to run Derrick Henry 500 times. I try to run him.
But that's the
Not look at
thing.
his
That's the
offense.
best. That's the best part of the Rams defense is they rush defense. That's the
Yeah, I
best
know,
part
but
of the other defense.
They're gonna have to
I
try to
keep
play
him off.
people away.
Oh no, no.
They are
I'm
gonna have to try to play
I'm putting 8 in the box and say Cooper Rush, if you could beat me throwing the ball, I'm gonna shake your hand in the middle of the field. But Derrick Henry's not finna get 100 yards. That's not finna happen.
Now, I feel what you're saying. I feel what
Yeah.
you're saying.
The Seahawks at the Jaguars. Really good
That's
game.
probably
That'd probably be a good game though. I'm gonna pick the Jaguars though.
yeah. It's at home. I'm gonna pick Jaguars.
I'm gonna pick Seattle. I think Seattle bounce back and get this win against the Jaguars.
You were right
Um,
because the Jaguars have a letdown after that big win. So I mean, but I'm gonna trust that they
Maybe
focus.
they turn the corner.
Yeah,
uh,
I hope
the
so.
the 49ers at the Buccaneers.
I'm still gonna go with the Bucks. I'm rolling with them.
Well, I feel like they just played or something. I don't know why I feel like that, but
Yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna pick the Bucks.
Yeah,
that's
especially
a
if they're at
tough
home.
one. I'm gonna pick the Bucks because they're at home, but I would not be
Yeah,
surprised if San Francisco went down there and won this game. But because
they are surprisingly good to be as injured as they are.
and say
So
what you want to about Shanahan, he can coach. You can say what you want to about Shanahan, but he can really coach. Now they need to fire their strength and conditioning coach, but that's a different story. They need to fire him, that
Yeah, I know,
whole
right?
staff. They need to fire all of them. But as far as picking talent, John Lynch can pick talent because your backups
Mhm.
are playing good. When your backups are playing good, that means you're good at scouting. That means you're a good scouter and you know how to trade. But they need to fire their strength and conditioning coach and the whole team. They need to fire all of them. Um, the Sunday night game, we got Detroit at Kansas City.
I think this I mean it should be a layup for Detroit, but I mean
It's in Kansas
they'll
City.
yeah they'll choke.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Kansas City.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
pick
pick
Detroit.
Detroit. I'm pick Detroit.
Yeah, they got on both sides. As long as they don't trigger it off or like Mahomes had to do something.
hmm
Mahomes like
Yeah,
should probably win this game.
which he can. And then what the
Yeah, he
scary
can do
part
it.
is the Chiefs are 2-3 right now. And then after this week, they get Rasheed Rice back. So now he
Yeah.
get his main target
I
back.
think that the Chiefs need this win. They just coming off a loss. They
No,
at
no,
home.
they need this win. Don't mean they're gonna get it.
Well, I'm
So what
saying they
they
need to
2-3
win.
right now?
They coming off a loss
Two and
and
four.
they
I
at
mean
home.
2-3. They 2-3 right now.
You know what I'm saying? They 2-3 right now. Right?
So
You know
imagine being 3-3
what?
and then get Rasheed Rice back.
I was gonna say, but even them being 2-4 is not
It's
No,
not.
it's not bad.
like
It's not
you know
bad.
what I mean. It's still
No.
not as bad as it could
It
be.
could be correct. You're not in Baltimore situation where you don't have your quarterback, or Cincinnati where you don't have your quarterback.
Yeah. They're getting healthier and they're
Yeah.
getting better.
And then
So
we're gonna finish it up. Unfortunately, we had two Monday night games, and we're gonna finish it up. We got the Bills at the Falcons.
that should be the Bills,
I'm gonna
especially
say
coming
the
out
Bills.
last week, especially coming out this last week.
I'm gonna
I'm
say
gonna
the
go with the Bills.
Bills. It should be the
They try to
Bills.
put a hurting on them.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Bills. And then the last game of the evening, we got the Bears at the Commanders.
Sneaky game.
Yeah, but Commanders, especially with Jaden back,
A second week.
yeah,
I'm gonna
I think
probably go with the
Caleb
Commanders.
comes back. No, Caleb knew they was on bye last week, so
yeah.
I'm gonna probably go with the Commanders though.
I'm gonna go with Commanders, especially at home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Chicago. I think they, especially having that extra week
I
to
was
prepare
surprised.
for them, having that extra week to prepare for them. DJ Moore is one of my favorite receivers, but right now it's Rome Odunze team. He's the number one going right now, and Caleb is
Mm-hmm.
finding him everywhere. But I'm gonna say the Bears go on the road get their first big win. I'm gonna say they get their first big win of the season on the road against the
I wouldn't be
Commanders.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
So to everybody out there, please go like, comment, share, and subscribe to the 345 podcast. This has been episode 4. We're already on episode 4. We
Yep.
just started this. Look at that. Look how fast it comes around. Next thing you know, we're gonna get to 5. Next thing you know, we're gonna get to 10. You never know. We might hit the giveaway next time we get to something else. You never know. Get us these subscribers up. You never know what's coming your way. But the only way you know what's gonna happen is if you tune in. And if you tune in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. This has been episode 4 of the 345 podcast. Shout out to the 4. I know I got to say it a couple times. I'm the number 4 in the 345. Below is the 3 in the 345. And to my side is the 5 in the 345 podcast. Like I said, please like, comment, share, subscribe. As soon as the social media pages are up, we'll let you know where to go subscribe to those at, where to go follow those at, because we'll post clips on that as well. As soon as we get those uploaded on streaming services to where you can listen on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play. As soon as we get that up, we'll send the link to that as well in the chat, so you guys can go listen to us anywhere. You guys can go check out the clips anywhere. We'll send out the link for the YouTube videos, everything that you guys need to keep up with us as we continue to grow, as we continue to give our opinions, sports, and entertainment. And later on in the year, we're gonna start basketball. We're gonna start basketball season. We're gonna start that up. We're gonna start talking about little stuff, little entertainment stuff out there. A couple movies and stuff like that just came out.
Never know.
I just went to go saw a movie this Sunday. Um, one time after another. Went to go see it this past week. Actually, really good movie. It was a good movie. It was a really good movie.
I heard the bangers.
Yeah, no, it was a good movie. So for everybody out there, we appreciate all of y'all. Like I said, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the 345 podcast. And we will see you guys again next week. We out.
All right. Peace out.